Hi guys, welcome back qualifier number 2. So hi guys, welcome back to qualifier number 2. It is the Trinbago Knightriders taking on the defending champions St.Lucia Kings. St.Lucia Kings have won the toss, elected to bowl first. First ball of the innings from Pier, and that's a good delivery. Monroe going for the cut and not able to make connection. A dot ball to start. So Pier is opening the bowling for St.Lucia Kings, and as usual it is Colin Monroe and Alex Hales opening the batting for Trinbago Knightriders. And another dot ball from Pier. Pier played an outstanding knock with the bat in the previous game for St.Lucia Kings, but obviously they got themselves to 48 for 7. The top order has been a problem for St.Lucia Kings, which they have to address today. Again, they have won the toss, elected to chase. So I don't know whether TKR will be happy even if they post something like a 150, 160, just like what Guyana Amazon Warriors did in their previous game. Oh, that's a toss-step delivery. Monroe goes down the ground. I think it's gone all the way for 6. So it will be the first 6 of the innings. It was nicely tossed up in the slot from Pier, and Monroe has hit it straight down the ground. First 6 of the innings. It comes with the bat of Colin Monroe. And this time it's a quicker delivery, flicked away by Monroe straight to the fielder at the short mid wicket. Another dot ball. And this time he's cleaned him up. What a delivery that is from Pier. Monroe playing one shot too many. Went at it again, but he's missed it completely and loses his stumps. And yet again, Colin Monroe getting a start, but not able to convert that start into a big score. Went for the slog sweep this time, but unfortunately couldn't make any connection. And the first wicket goes down for the Trinbago Knightriders in the very first over. So Colin Monroe is out for 6, and the Trinbago Knightriders are 6 for 1 after 1 over. So once again, just like many other matches, Colin Monroe has been dismissed early for the Trinbago Knightriders. Again going for the slog sweep. I don't know what he was trying there. He's already got the 6 in the over. Again looking to go big, and then losing his middle and off stump in the process. So now the new batter to the crease for the Trinbago Knightriders is Puran, and this is the partnership which won them the game against the Falcons. So it's a prolific partnership, this Alex Hales and Puran. And Timal Mills is now bowling the second over for the St.Lucia Kings. Alex Hales is on strike. Once again, TKR have lost an early wicket, but they'll be hoping for this partnership to do the job once again. Here's Timal Mills coming over the wicket to Alex Hales. And that's short this time, pulled away straight to short mid wicket. Dot ball to start the over. The St.Lucia Kings have been on a losing streak. They will be looking to win this game today. They are suddenly in the last few games, either the bowling has been an issue or the batting has been an issue for the St.Lucia Kings. They are not able to do well in both departments in one single game. That's another inside edge. Straight to the fielder, another dot ball. St.Lucia Kings would be thinking to themselves they should have won the previous match against Guyana Amazon Warriors. They were only chasing 158 at this venue. They were 48 for 7. I don't know what was that top order doing. And then they suddenly thought, suddenly Carey Pierre and Alzari Joseph thought they could win the game with the bat. And what was the top order doing? Why can't the top order do what you're expecting from the lower order? And that's guided away by Alex Hales towards deep point. And Alex Hales gets off the mark with a single. The last match, even though they were 48 for 7, Carey Pierre, Alzari Joseph and Timal Mills took the game to the last over. So just imagine if one of the top order batters can take more responsibility in that kind of a run chase. I mean, I don't know how you can lose 7 wickets like that. So Nicholas Puran is on strike now. And that's defended back to the bowler by Nicholas Puran. Another dot ball from Timal Mills. Well, Guyana Amazon Warriors also played really well actually. The kind of batting depth they are having, kind of bowling varieties they are having. I mean, Guyana Amazon Warriors are definitely the team to beat. That's defended again by Nicholas Puran. Again on a good length, defended towards covers. Another dot ball from Timal Mills. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. And that's punched through the offside by Puran. Oh dear, it goes through the fielder. Into the fence for 4. Good effort by the fielder at deep point, but couldn't stop the boundary. So a boundary to finish that over. 5 runs came from that over from Timal Mills. And Trinbago Knightriders are now 11 for 1 after 2 overs. So Carey Pierre continuing in the attack. That's a good delivery to start the over again. Nice and full, driven back to the bowler by Alex Hales. So can these two batters again form a similar partnership like what they formed against the Falcons? I don't think it will be that easy. Swinging again. Swings and misses. Carey Pierre is a clever operator. He's not going to give anything that easily. Back-to-back dot balls to start the over. Oh, that's hit in the air by Alex Hales. It's over the top. And its ball is skimming away towards the fence. That's good fielding. Good fielding in the deep. Couple of runs for Alex Hales. In fact, 3 runs completed by Alex Hales. So Nicholas Puran is on strike. 3 runs completed. That is excellent running between the wickets. And I think Puran will enjoy this matchup because the left arm spinner bowling over the wicket to him. And that's defended down the ground. Another dot ball. Another dot ball from Gary Pierre. And Puran goes down the ground. He's got enough. All you need to do is just watch. When Puran connects, it'll go way back into the stands. Second 6 of this innings, and it comes off the bat of Nicholas Puran. First 6 for him. And what a shot that is, straight down the ground. And last ball of the over is also a flighted delivery, and Puran hits it down the ground to mid-off. Dot ball to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over from Gary Pierre. And Trinbago Knightriders are now 20 for 1 after 3 overs. The Roston Chase now is the new bowler into the attack. And the first ball is a flatter delivery. Alex Hales hits it leg side and picks up another single to start the over. A very brave move to bring Roston Chase in the power play. Now Nicholas Puran is on strike. That's short and pulled away by Puran. Past short mid-wicket for 4. 2 short from Roston Chase there. And Nicholas Puran is not going to miss out on that. Second boundary for Nicholas Puran in this innings. Oh, inside edge there. Was looking to drive through the offside, but gets an inside edge towards mid-wicket. And another dot ball from Roston Chase. Let's punch through the offside straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. So he's keeping it nice and flat, Roston Chase. Now he doesn't want to give it in the slot, because you know when you give it in the slot to Puran, you only have to look in the crowd. You can't look in the field then. Oh, swings and misses. Again, very flat bowling, flatter delivery there from Roston Chase. You should not allow Puran to get underneath the ball. One more delivery left in this over. clipped away again, straight to the fielder. Another dot ball to finish that over. 5 runs came from that over from Roston Chase. And Trinbago Knight-Riders are 25 for 1 after 4 overs. So Alzari Joseph is the new bowler into the attack now for the St.Lucia Kings. And he's going to be bowling to Alex Hales. He's going to be bowling the 5th over. And that's punched through the offside by Alex Hales. First ball towards deep point. And picks up a single to start the over. So there are a few St. Lucia Kings supporters today. Obviously, the players are letting the fans down. Actually, they have lost quite a few matches. They could have been in the final by now. But they are playing this game here, St. Lucia Kings, and this is a must-win for both the teams, to be honest. The second ball of the over from Alzari Joseph. That's cut in the air by Puran, and all the way for 6. What a shot that is! Went so flat and hard. It's a flat 6 over covers. Second 6 for Puran. Too short, too much width offered by Alzari Joseph, and Puran latches onto it. This time it's flicked away past the keeper into the boundary. The 6 followed by a 4. Nicholas Puran is on his way here. The pressure building on the bowlers of the St. Lucia Kings once again is given as a leg bye signalled. So 4 leg byes, but they'll take it, the Trinbago Knight-Riders. And that's defended again off the front foot this time. It's another dot ball from Alzari Joseph. Much better delivery compared to the previous 2 deliveries. Now the issue is even if St. Lucia Kings restrict TKR to a decent chaseable total, we don't know whether St. Lucia Kings batting will turn up today. That was atrocious what they did in the qualifier 1 against the Guyana Amazon Warriors. So we don't know whether their batting will turn up. 48 for 7. That was a joke. That's flicked away by Puran. Straight to the fielder. It was almost halfway down the pitch there. There was a chance of a run out. But then Puran made it back in time. So another dot ball. Last ball of the over, it's a wide down the leg side, and it goes past the keeper into the fence as well. Is it a wide? Yes, it is. Yes, it is a wide. So 4 wides from Alzari Joseph, and he has to reload that one. Bonus runs here for TKR. What is happening here to Alzari Joseph? So last ball of the over coming up, and that's defended again. It's in the gap again, and deep point comes around this time. So a single for Puran to finish the over, but a very expensive over from Alzari Joseph. 17 runs came from that over, and Trinbago Knightriders are 42 for 1 after 5 overs. Obviously, those 4 leg byes and 4 wides might not be credited to the bowling figures, but the technical thing is that Trinbago Knightriders as a team got 17 runs from that over, even though Alzari Joseph only conceded 13. So that's why I say that 17 runs came from that over. The team is getting the score. Scoreboard is getting updated. Whether it's a leg by or a wide or other extra, you are getting the boundary. So the runs are coming in that over. So now there's a new bowler now. David Vise is the new bowler into the attack. Captain bringing himself on. Puran on strike. Has pulled in the air by Puran. It's gone all the way for 6. Too short there from David Vise. And Puran latches on to another one. Third 6 in this innings for Nicholas Puran. And not a good start here from David Vise. So not a good start from David Vise. St.Lucia Kings, I don't know what has happened. They have not got their lines and lengths proper. That's pulled away again by Puran towards deep mid wicket for another boundary. So 6 followed by a 4 brings up the 50 as well for the Trinbago Knightriders. 50 comes up in 5.2 overs and 10 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. So I'm afraid the defending champions, I think they might get knocked out today the way the things are unfolding. Let's hit back down the ground again, straight down the ground for another boundary. Who can stop Nicholas Puran today? 6-4-4, 14 runs from the first 3 balls of this over, and still 3 balls left in this over. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Not a good start here from David Vise. And that's a wide. Makes matters even worse. Has to reload that one. 15 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Nicholas Puran is striking them so cleanly. 35 from this 19 balls. With 4 fours and 3 sixers. At a strike rate of 184.21. Well, St.Lucia Kings bowled much better against the Guyana Amazon Warriors, but they had to chase. The batters had to step up. And now it's just clear that even if TKR posts a decent total, the top order is not going to fire for St.Lucia Kings. Again, another 48 for 7 loading. That's driven again through the offside for another boundary. Third consecutive boundary in this over, including a 6 as well. 19 runs from this over already and still 2 balls left. Two more deliveries left. Can we see 2 more boundaries now in this over? Well, the way David Wiese is bowling, it just seems as though every ball is going to the fence. That's another wide, is it? No, it's not. It's left alone. Dot ball finally. So even David Wiese can bowl dot balls. 19 runs from this over already. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over is a full toss, driven again straight to the fielder. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 19 runs came from that over from David Wiese. Not a good start actually from David Wiese. And Trinbago Knight-Riders are now 61 for 1 after 6 overs. Clearly, David Wiese is not the old David Wiese which we know. I think he's also at the fag end of his career now. Definitely, David Wiese is a much better bowler than what he's bowling these days. And also captaincy wise, also I'm not quite sure about David Wiese's captaincy. So Tabraiz Shamsi now is the new bowler into the attack. And that's driven again through the offside by Alex Hales, who will find the gap again. That's good fielding at deep extra covers. And a couple of runs to start the over. Power play has been completed. Very good start in the power play for Trinbago Knight-Riders, 61 for 1. Once again, this partnership between Nicholas Puran and Alex Hales, 57 from 31 balls. It's always this partnership, isn't it? That's driven again down the ground towards long off. And Alex Hales picks up another single. Shamsi always picks up wickets, doesn't he? You cannot keep that man away from taking wickets. And he has his own celebrations as well. Enjoys his cricket, Tabraiz Shamsi. And now Puran goes for the reverse. A catch is taken. They're appealing. They're appealing here. This could be a huge one. A huge wicket. Yes, Roston Chase is going for the review. So we need to have a look at this. But this could be the wicket that they want to maybe try and come back into this game. Was going for the reverse sweep there, Nicholas Puran. Has it come off the bat? Shamsi has this habit of picking up wickets. That is why they have brought him into the attack now. They could have brought him into the attack even in the power play. Puran went for the reverse sweep. Oh, in fact, Puran has hit it onto the ground. So that won't be out. He's hit it onto the ground. So no doubt it is. Puran survives. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. And that's a hit back down the ground again by Puran and picks up another single. So they have lost one review here in the process, St.Lucia Kings. I also thought that they might have been bat involved, but he's hit it onto the ground. So Alex Hale's on strike now. This is a better over for the St.Lucia Kings. Flighted again, driven straight to the fielder at covers. Dot ball again from Shamsi. I really wonder why St.Lucia Kings let go of Faf du Plessis. He was their captain. And he sits it down the ground for Alex Hales towards long off. And Alex Hales picks up another single to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over from Tabraiz Shamsi. And Trinbago Knightriders are 66 for 1 after 7 overs. So I really wonder why St.Lucia Kings let go of Faf du Plessis this year. He was the captain which won the trophy for St.Lucia Kings in 2024. So a trophy winning captain released next year is very, very bizarre actually. Last year's St.Lucia Kings was a much better team, to be honest. Roston Chase continuing into his second over, and Alex Hales hits it towards covers. And dot ball to start. Dot ball to start the over. And this time Alex Hales comes down the wicket, flicks it leg side, and picks up another single. Flatter delivery flicked away by Puran. It's in the gap again. They're looking to come back for the second. And they do come back for the second. So good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Puran. That's a good delivery. Really good delivery from Roston Chase. A flatter delivery defended by Puran. Dot ball. And Puran goes again. Look in the crowd. It's nowhere in the field. It's in the crowd. When Puran connects, you need to look only one place. Only beyond the boundary. That's where you need to look. Another 6 here, 4th 6 for Nicholas Puran. And TKR are doing well here. And last ball of the over is a flatter delivery. And it's another dot ball from Roston Chase. So 9 runs came from that over. And Trinbago Knightriders are 75 for 1 after 8 overs. So the winner of this match will go through to the final and play against the Guyana Amazon Warriors, who look as if they can do no wrong these days. If their batting is failing, their bowling is contributing. If their bowling is failing, the batting is contributing. Guyana Amazon Warriors, as Shamsi now continues into a second over and starts with a dot ball. So it has to be Shamsi to provide the breakthrough, I think. This partnership once again looking dangerous. And Hales goes for the slog sweep. Straight to the fielder at deep square leg. And Hales picks up another single. Somehow, Alex Hales hasn't even scored a single boundary. But still this partnership is 70 from 44 balls. Mainly thanks to Puran, who looks unstoppable when he is in full flow. That's on the pads again, flicked away by Puran. Picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. That's punched through the offside by Alex Hales towards deep point, towards deep extra covers, and picks up another single. Three singles in this over. Oh, that's a beauty. Absolute beauty from Shamsi. Beats the outside edge again. Another dot ball. Tabraiz Shamsi, as usual, bowling these tight lines and tight lengths. Not giving much away. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet, but he's not far away either. Last ball of the over. And that's hit down the ground. Puran will pick up another single, and with that single, Nicholas Puran completes his half century. What an outstanding knock this has been. We can even say he has been fighting the lone battle, because Alex Hales hasn't scored a single boundary yet. But Nicholas Puran has scored 50 from 31 balls with 5 fours and 4 sixers at a strike rate of 161.29. And Trinbago Knightriders, 4 runs came from that over from Shamsi. And Trinbago Knightriders are 79 for 1 after 9 overs. So Roston Chase now continuing, and he's bowled him. First ball through the gate of Nicholas Puran, and how big a wicket is that for St. Lucia Kings? The pressure was being built in the previous over from Shamsi. Just 4 runs came from that over, and it tempted Puran to go for the big shot of a delivery that was much flatter and faster from Roston Chase, and it's gone through the gate and castled middle and leg stump in the process. So a very, very important wicket here for St. Lucia Kings, because Nicholas Puran was beginning to look dangerous. Once again, it's Roston Chase who picks up the breakthrough. So Nicholas Puran goes. He scored a half century. He's out for 50. And Trinbago Knightriders are 79 for 2 after 9.1 overs. So finally St. Lucia Kings gets the breakthrough, and this is exactly what a quiet over can do. One quiet over here, one quiet over there. and then suddenly it creates the mistake, and that is what created the wicket of Nicholas Puran. So Trinbago Knightriders are 79 for 2 after 9.1 overs, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. We come to the end of the strategic timeouts, and two singles have been taken after the wicket. Pollard is the new batter to the crease, and no respite for the St.Lucia Kings because we all know how destructive Pollard can be. 3 more deliveries left in this over. And that's a flatter delivery flicked again by Pollard straight to the fielder. Dot ball. They have promoted Pollard up the order at number 4 today. Such a destructive hitter of the ball. It's defended again. Straight to the fielder again. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. It's punched down the ground. Good fielding by Austin Chase. Excellent over. Another dot ball to finish that over. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Nicholas Puran. And at the halfway mark, that after 10 overs, Trinbago Knightriders are 81 for 2 after 10 overs. So 10 more overs left in this innings. Tabraiz Shamsi now continuing in his third over. Excellent bowling from him. The pressure created by him helped in the wicket of Nicholas Puran. That's guided away again straight to short third man. And Alex Hales picks up another single. Now this is going to be interesting. Can Pollard take down Shamsi here? I'm sure I think Shamsi has been brought into the attack only to dismiss Karen Pollard. But I don't think Pollard will go for the shots now. I think he will be looking to rotate the strike now. Maybe go towards the end maybe. Because he knows how destructive he can be towards the end. So why would you give your wicket away now? Oh, swings and misses there. Another dot ball. This is a funny game. This is exactly what I was saying. Shamsi versus Pollard will be a good matchup to watch out. It was nicely tossed up. He's inviting Pollard to go for the shot. Here comes Shamsi again. And Pollard goes straight. When he goes straight, look in the crowd. 6 down the ground from Karen Pollard. First 6 for him. All you need to do is just connect if you are Karen Pollard. You don't need to do anything else. Connect, it will go out of the ground. And first 6 against Shamsi today. That is a bigger achievement for Pollard. And this time it's a flatter delivery. Pollard gave himself room. Then the ball spun back. And another dot ball from Shamsi. Oh, that's a flatter delivery again. Pollard is just flicks it away. Looks to pick up the single and makes his ground. Completes the single. One more delivery left in this over. Alex Hales is on strike. Struggling actually, Alex Hales. It's the batters at the other end who are hitting the boundaries and sixes. First it was Puran. Now Pollard has hit a 6. I don't know what Alex Hales is up to. Last ball of the over now. Oh, slog sweep and misses. They're appealing for a stumping here. They're very, very confident, the keeper. Alex Hales has been struggling at the other end. And his struggle is continuing here. Just not able to make connection at all. But when you're having two players like Nicholas Puran and Karen Pollard at the crease, we even forget that the other batter is struggling at the crease. That's how well the Nicholas Puran and Karen Pollard bat. So we need to look whether Alex Hales has overbalanced here. It looks like he has overbalanced. He looks like it has overbalanced. It's on the line. Line belongs to the umpire. This could be a wicket. You cannot keep Tabraiz Shamsi away from taking wickets. Clearly Alex Hales has overbalanced and I don't even know whether he has realized. Oh wait, this angle is showing. I think it's just about inside. He's just about made it back, I think. But I don't think St.Luciakings will mind Alex Hales being there, because the way Alex Hales is batting, you don't want a new batter to come to the crease and start smacking boundaries, isn't it? If a batter is struggling, keep him at the crease till the end of the innings. That is the best possible chance for St.Luciakings. But I think the foot is on the line maybe. The keeper was very, very confident. And normally when the keeper is confident, you know there is some problem with the batter. The bails have lit up at this point. It looks as though the foot is on the line. I think this could well go in favor of St. Lucia Kings maybe. One angle is clearly showing that the foot is on the line. It has to be beyond the line. This is going to be out here. Tabraiz Shamsi is going to get his wicket. Oh, in fact, it's given as not out. Okay, it was always touch and go, but I think the benefit of the doubt has gone to the batter. So another dot ball to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Tabraiz Shamsi. And Trinbago Knightriders are 89 for 2 after 11 overs. So Tamal Mills is back into the attack into his second over now. Well, it's very, very tough being Darren Sami in the dugout, isn't it? Every ball you're animated, every ball you want to control proceedings out in the middle. That's hit down the ground again by Pollard and picks up a single to start the over. Alex Hales is on strike now. That's driven straight to the fielder at point. Dot ball from Tamal Mills. Oh, that's shot and pulled away. That'll go all the way, I think. Finally, Alex Hales gets his first boundary. And it's a maximum. First 6 for Alex Hales. 2 short from Tamal Mills. And I think Alex Hales knows his fellow countryman really well. Nonchalantly pulls it away. Over deep square leg for 6. Much needed 6 for Alex Hales. That's a full this time. Hales hits it offside towards mid-off and picks up another single. The way TKR are going, definitely they are pushing towards 180, 190 probably. That too, particularly with Karen Pollard at the crease. That is very much possible. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And that's flicked away by Pollard. It's in the gap again. Short fine leg fielder. does well. And Pollard picks up another single. Last ball of the over coming up from Tamal Mills. That should be a wide, I think. So it is a wide, has to reload that one, Tamal Mills. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. That's a slow ball. It's swung away by Hales. Leg side towards deep square leg. So single to finish that over. 11 runs came from that over from Tamal Mills. And Trinbago Knightriders are now 100 for 2 after 12 overs. So Gary Peer now has been brought back into the attack. He picked up the wicket of Colin Munro, but ever since that there have been a few partnerships which have put TKR in front. Now we are looking towards 170, 180 here, which can be a really good score. And it can be a really good score against St.Lucia Kings, particularly because the St.Lucia Kings top order can crumble. That's cut away by Hales through the offside for another boundary. Again a boundary to start the over, and now slowly Alex Hales is starting to find the boundaries here. 1-6 and now a boundary as well for Alex Hales. And second ball is a good delivery, defended towards point. Dot ball from Gary Peer. And this time he cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. That's a wide. It's not given as a wide. In fact, Pollard gave himself room, let it go. But it's not given as a wide. It's a dot ball from Gary Peer. And that's hit down the ground by Pollard towards long on. Oh, it comes back for the second as well. Good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Kieran Pollard. One more delivery left in this over. Another wide from, this time it's a wide, it's given as a wide from Gary Pierre. Has to reload that one. Clearly he wants to keep it outside the reach of Kieran Pollard, because if you bowl it in the reach, Pollard will only hit it one place, so you don't want to bowl there. Last ball of the over, good delivery. Very good delivery from Gary Pierre. It's hit down the ground for another single. Finishes the over as well. 9 runs came from that over from Gary Pierre. And Trinbago Knightriders are 109 for 2 after 13 overs. The 7 overs left in this innings. The Trinbago Knightriders are clearly going to score more than what Guyana Amazon Warriors scored at this venue. And I'm hoping that Darren Sami has planned something for 48 for 7, probably. Those 7 batters, I think have planned something today. That was an atrocious loss in the qualifier one. To be openly honest. So Alzari Joseph has been brought back into the attack now. He still has 3 overs left, had an expensive first over. And he's up against Kieran Pollard. Oh, good start. Dot ball from Alzari Joseph. Well, Darren Sami is having discussions with David Veasey. I'm sure Darren Sami is also not happy with the team's performance that's flicked away by Pollard. I don't even remember when was the last match which St.Lucia won. They lost against Guyana Amazon Warriors, and Dwayne Pretorius, he hit that last ball 6. That game St.Lucia lost, and then the qualifier one we saw 48 for 7. So either the batting has failed or the bowling has failed for the St.Lucia Kings. They are in a losing streak now, St.Lucia Kings, and losing can become a very, very bad habit. Once you start losing, then everything goes wrong. That's driven down the ground by Alex Hales towards long on and picks up another single. Kieran Pollard on strike. 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's flicked away by Pollard. Past the keeper. And I think Pollard will pick up a couple of runs. So this is a good over from Alzari Joseph. 4 runs from this over, still 2 balls left. When is Pollard going to launch big now? He's only hit 1-6 till now. I don't even know whether this is a good sign or not. Oh, it's defended again inside edge onto the pads. Brilliant bowling. Better over this from Alzari Joseph. He was expensive in the first over, was very wayward as well. Was giving 4 wides and everything. But this is a much better over. Just 4 runs from this over and still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over now from Alzari Joseph. And that's flicked down the ground. Flicked away by Pollard. And will pick up another single to finish the over. Excellent over from Alzari Joseph. 5 runs came from that over. And Trinbago Knightriders are 114 for 2 after 14 overs. So Tabraiz Shamsi now is into his last over. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet, but he has been economical. And again the battle with Karen Pollard once again for Tabraiz Shamsi. Pollard is such a clean striker of the ball. And you need to bowl really well if you want to get him out. The first ball of the 15th over from Shamsi. And pulled away by Pollard. Massive into the stands for 6. Too short from Shamsi. It was dragged down. And Pollard deposits it into the second tier or even the third tier, I think. And a 6 to start the over here. So this is always an issue actually. Pollard is such a clean striker. This is exactly what I am saying. It's really tough to bowl to someone like a Karen Pollard when he is in this kind of a form. Second ball of the over now. And he pulled away again by Pollard. 1 bounce to Tim David at long on. Just a single for Pollard, and at least for now St.Luciakings can be a little relieved because Pollard is off the strike. I mean, like how he clears those boundaries effortlessly is still a mystery. So Alex Hale's on strike now. And he's driven it through the offside towards covers and picks up another single. Pollard goes again, goes miles back. This time it was too full from Shamsi. If you're either too full or too short, you only need to miss by a slight inch. And Pollard will deposit you. Third 6 for Pollard. He's dealing only in 6s today. That's pulled away again. It's going massive again into the stands. 3 sixes in this over. Still 1 ball left. He's taking down Shamsi, one of the best bowlers for the St.Lucia in this tournament. And only Pollard can do this in his way. 4th 6 for Pollard in this innings. And with that 6 now, the 50 partnership comes up between Kieron Pollard and Alex Hales. The partnership is 55 from 34 balls. And again Alex Hales contributing very little in this partnership as well. It's Pollard who has hit 4 sixes. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's a quicker, better delivery there. Quicker delivery. Pollard going for the cut shot and missing. Dot ball to finish the over. 20 runs came from that over from Tabraiz Shamsi, and I think after a long time Tabraiz Shamsi has finished his spell wicketless. None for 36 in his 4 overs. And Trinbago Knightriders are 134 for 2 after 15 overs. And it's good to see Tabraiz Shamsi patting Kieron Pollard on the back. Tamal Mills now back into the attack. And swings and misses from Alex Hales is still struggling. Alex Hales is still struggling. This is one team. Trinbago Knightriders is one team where even if the openers are struggling, Colin Munro hasn't performed for a while. Alex Hales has been a little inconsistent. But then you're having two monsters like Nicholas Puran and Kieron Pollard in the middle order, who can perform on any given day. So that makes the job easier for TKR. That's flicked away by Hales, slick side. And he's walking it, picks up another single. Pollard on strike. Tamal Mills coming over the wicket to Pollard. Oh, that's edged away. This is cut it straight to point and picks up a quick single. So this is a good over from Tamal Mills, at least till now. 3 more deliveries left in this over. 4 overs left after this. Oh, looking to swing big there. Inside edge, there's miscommunication. Chance over and out to the non-striker's end, but direct hit has been missed. He's missed the direct hit there, Tamal Mills. Complete miscommunication there between the wickets, whether to take the single or not. And in the end, somehow Alex Hales has managed to complete the single. Could have been a run out. But another single and gives the strike back to Kieran Pollard. 2 more deliveries left in the over. Oh, that's a bouncer there. Pollard flicks it leg side and picks up another single. Clever bowling from Tamal Mills actually. That's the correct length to bowl to Kieran Pollard. You don't want to be attempting the Yorker and missing the Yorker and getting dispatched into the stands. So you better bounce it out, bowl a little bit of bouncers, mix up the variation, bowl a slower ball here and there. Clever bowling from Tamal Mills. Now 1 more delivery left in this over. Alex Hales is on strike. He's gone in the air. Alex Hales hasn't got timing on it. Fielder will come underneath it and put it down. What has happened there? David Vesey has put it down. One of the simplest of catches. Don't tell me he's purposefully put it down just to make Alex Hales continue batting. Because Alex Hales is clearly struggling here. Hasn't got going whatsoever in his innings. It's the batters at the other end who are doing the job predominantly. So maybe that is why they want Alex Hales to continue batting. You don't want a new batter to come to the crease and start smacking it all around. So we'll better continue with Alex Hales. But simple catch being put down by David Vesey there. 5 runs came from that over from Tamal Mills, and TKR are now 139 for 2 after 16 overs. Because more than Alex Hales, you want to dismiss the batter at the other end. Kieran Pollard is the biggest wicket of the match here. So Alzari Joseph now is back into the attack, into his 17th over. He's going to be bowling the 17th over. He's into his 3rd over. And he swings in the air again. And it's gone past the keeper, past the fielder, into the fence for 4 to start the over. Again, Alex Hales not getting any timing whatsoever. But he somehow found the boundary to start the over. A boundary to start the over here from Alex Hales, not in the most convincing fashion. Catch has been put down actually the last ball of the previous over, so we don't know whether that's going to be proving costly. Slow ball, Hales hits it this time, offside. Straight to the fielder at deep extra covers. And picks up another single. This is not the Alex Hales we know. Prime Alex Hales was something quite different. This Alex Hales is struggling now. So more importantly now, Pollard is on strike. And Pollard hits it in the air. Now this should be a catching opportunity. This could be a huge one. It is taken by David Vesey. That is a huge wicket. They've got Pollard. Who cares about Alex Hales when you can get the wicket of someone as big as Kieran Pollard is? Alzarri Joseph gets the wicket. And Pollard is walking back. Third wicket down for TKR. But this could probably save St. Lucia Kings a few runs here. This time David Vesey making no mistake with the catch. And this is a bigger catch compared to the catch in the previous over, I would say. Because more than getting Alex Hales out, you need to get this guy out. Kieran Pollard is gone after scoring 35 from 26 balls. And the Trinbago Knightriders are now 144 for 3 after 16.3 overs. Clever bowling actually from Alzarri Joseph, bowling it short because he understood that Pollard might have the weakness playing the short ball. He went for the pull shot, got the top edge. That is brilliant, clever planning and clever execution. So again the new batter to the crease is Andre Russell. And the batters just keep coming like this. All giants of T20, West Indies T20 cricket. Once upon a time, and even still now they are the giants of T20 cricket. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Alzarri Joseph has come back really well. He had an expensive first over, but he's picked up the biggest wicket of Kieran Pollard here. And now we need to see what Andre Russell has to offer with the bat. Has been a little out of form with the bat in this tournament. Here's Alzarri Joseph. Full toss. Russell hits it. Gets off the mark with a single towards deep mid wicket. I think TKR will send in Akil Hussain after this because he is also another batter who can find the boundaries. So Alex Hales is on strike now. Strike rate of 105.71. Oh, that's another full delivery. Hales looking to guide it away, but not able to make connection there. Another dot ball. Only managing to get the toe of the bat there. .200 T20 wickets for Alzarri Joseph. Outstanding achievement. One more delivery left in this over. Can Alex Hales do something? While Hales comes down the wicket, still no timing. Picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Alzarri Joseph, including the big wicket of monstrous Kieran Pollard in that over. And Trinbago Knightriders are 146 for 3 after 17 overs. Three overs left in this innings, and what are TKR looking to finish with? Can they push towards 170 here? Temal Mills now is into his last over. There's no doubt that Temal Mills and Alzarri Joseph will be bowling out. Here's Temal Mills. Slow ball. It's hit in the air by Hales. Now this should be another catch. Fielder coming in and doesn't get there. You don't want to take the catch of Alex Hales, isn't it? Keep him as much as you want at the crease. Hales picks up another single to start the over. He's had no timing at all day. Just 2 4s and 1 6 till now for Alex Hales. And he has given the strike to Andre Russell. The second ball of the over. Andre Russell on strike. And he's cut it away. Andre Russell has found the gap, I think. Oh, good fielding. Really good fielding and deep extra covers. Couple of runs for Andre Russell. So they have reached 150 here almost. The Trinbago Knight with 16 balls left in this innings. Oh, that's a good delivery. Really good delivery. It's not a wide. It's given as a dot. Bowling wide outside the off stump. That's a clever plan to Andre Russell. Three more deliveries left in this over. Andre Russell has been struggling with the bat in this tournament. Not only in this tournament, actually, ever since the IPL I have been seeing. It's not the peak Andre Russell which we know now. It's a slow ball. Andre Russell looking to pull it away. It's an inside edge there towards short fine leg. So clearly both these batters struggling here. They've picked up another single. 150 comes up for the Trinbago Knight-Riders with that single. 150 comes up in 17.4 overs. With still 14 balls left in this innings. You can say this is a good comeback from the St.Lucia Kings actually. Because at one stage it looked as though TKR can even reach 180, 190. They can still reach it, to be honest. And Hales goes big again. Has he got enough? He has, all the way for 6 finally. Alex Hales got one of the middle of the bat. He's cleared the boundary. Second 6 in this innings for Alex Hales. So one more delivery left in this over. That is an important 6 from Alex Hales. And this time it's hit down the ground by Hales. Will pick up another single to finish the over. So 11 runs came from that over from Timal Mills. And TKR are 157 for 3 after 18 overs. So 2 more overs left in this innings. Alzari Joseph with the penultimate over. Slow ball. Hales hits it over extra covers for 6. What a shot. What a shot that is. Picked the slow ball. And he's hit it over extra covers for 6 to start the over. And with that 6, Alex Hales brings up his half century. 52 from 41 balls. It's been a struggle. But he's finding the boundaries now. 2 4s, 3 6ers. At a strike rate of 126.83. Outstanding knock. Full delivery this time. Hales looking to go big again, but getting an inside edge. And dot ball. So even though Alex Hales has struggled, he's just hung in there. Got the boundaries. I don't know how costly those dropped catches are going to be. They didn't want to take the catch of Alex Hales because he's struggling. And now he's going to show whether he's really struggling or not. These last two overs are going to prove everything. That's it, leg side again. It's gone again all the way. 6. Second 6 in the over. Full toss from Alzarri Joseph and punished into the stands once again. 12 runs from this over. Still 3 balls left. Well, best example of why not to underestimate anyone. Now the same Alex Hales is tearing apart Alzarri Joseph. Oh, that's a good Yorker. Really good Yorker. And Hales picks up another single here inside, off the pads. And the 170 comes up for 3 KRs. Is already a good score actually. Still 2 balls left in this over. I don't know how St.Lucia are going to chase this total with all the kinds of problems they are having in their own batting. Top order is not firing consistently. They just don't know how to bat these days, St.Lucia Kings. And that team is going to have to chase today big time. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that's a good Yorker. Fantastic Yorker from Alzarri Joseph. Right up there in the block hole. Another dot ball. 13 runs from this over. Still 1 ball left. Andre Russell hasn't quite got going yet. So you're going to drop his catch now if he offers a catching opportunity. And say, you know what, I don't want a new batter at the crease. The new batter comes, he's going to smack it all over the place. Might as well keep a struggling batter continue at the crease. I don't know what kind of a mindset is this for St.Lucia Kings. David Wiese is catching Pollard, but he doesn't want to take the catch of Alex Hales. That was very strange. Last ball of the over. And Russell hits it down the ground. Not much power. It goes towards long on. And single to finish the over. So 14 runs came from that over from Alzarri Joseph. And Trinbago Knightriders are 171 for 3 after 19 overs. So Alzarri Joseph has bowled out. Kemal Mills has bowled out. So David Wiese is going to be bowling the last over. Was very expensive in the only over he has bowled till now. Has conceded 19 runs in his first over, and he has to bowl the last over here for the St.Lucia Kings. He's up against Andre Russell and Alex Hales, who are looking to clear the boundary. So David Wiese is coming around the wicket to Andre Russell. And swings and misses. Dot ball to start. Dot ball to start the over. Good start to the over from David Wiese. Second ball of the over. That's hit down the ground by Russell. It's gone all the way, I think it has. In the slot from Wiese. And that has disappeared. You cannot be bowling in the slot at this stage. Andre Russell gets his first 6 of this innings. Andre Russell gets his first 6 in this innings. It's shot again, pulled away, 6 more. Back-to-back 6s from Andre Russell. It was short this time from David Wiese. And Russell has pulled it away, massive into the stands. 12 runs from the first 3 balls of this over and still 3 balls left in this over. 180 comes up as well for TKR. It's going to be really hard to chase this. TKR are favourites now. 3 more deliveries left in this contest, in this innings. Oh, that's a wide delivery, but Russell fetches it and hits it towards deep extra covers for another boundary. 16 runs from this over so far. 6-6-4, still 2 balls left in this over. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. And Andre Russell, vintage Andre Russell on show here. Goes again, is massive. Has it gone all the way? It has. Another 6. 6-6-4-6. This is exactly the problem. You cannot bowl in the slot to Andre Russell. David Wiese is not learning. Again and again bowling in the slot and getting smacked. So last ball of the over, another 6 will take it to 199, 200 to win for St.Lucia Kings. Now not able to get it there off the middle of the bat. Hits it down the ground to long off. They're coming back for the second chance of a run out at the keeper's end, and it will be a run out. So TKR will end with 194. Very expensive last couple of overs for the St.Lucia Kings. He was coming back for the second there. Alex Hales was calling Russell back, but Russell didn't responded too late there, and a run out to finish. But 22 runs came from the last over from David Wiese, and the Trinbago Knight-Riders are now 193 for 4 after 20 overs. It's a mammoth target at the Providence Stadium. St. Lucia Kings couldn't chase 158 runs against Guyana Amazon Warriors in the previous match at this venue. This match they have to chase 195. Now TKR have finished with 194 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs. So St. Lucia Kings need 195 to win, and I don't know when was the last time such a huge score has been chased down at the Providence Stadium. So as we look at the batting card, Nicholas Puran scored a half century. Alex Hales stayed all throughout the innings. Once again they lost the early wicket of Colin Munro, but that always proves to be a blessing in disguise for the Trinbago Knight-Riders. More than a setback, Colin Munro getting out becomes a blessing in disguise, because after that you have Nicholas Puran, Kieran Pollard, Andre Russell, Alex Hales. They are all doing the job with the bat, and that is why TKR are such a strong team. If you look at the bowling lineup though, I mean, they only picked up 4 wickets to be honest, out of which one wicket was a run out, the last ball of the innings. So nothing much for the bowlers. Obviously Alzari Joseph picked up the wicket of Kieran Pollard, and then Carey Pierre picked up 1 wicket, and Roston Chase also picked up 1 wicket, but nothing much for the other bowlers of the St. Lucia Kings today. So it's a huge score on the board for Trinbago Knight-Riders. St. Lucia Kings need 195 runs to win this match and qualify for the final. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. The St. Lucia Kings need 195 runs to win this match. Tim Seifert and Johnson Charles are opening the batting for the St. Lucia Kings. And an interesting decision here from the Trinbago Knightriders. Andre Russell is having the new ball in his hand. He will be bowling the first over for the Trinbago Knightriders. It's a mammoth chase this at the Providence Stadium. Not easy to chase down 195 runs at this venue. Bowling has not fired much today for the St. Lucia Kings. Their batting also, the famous 48 for 7 in the previous match. We all know about that. So we're all in readiness here. Andre Russell is going to be bowling to Johnson Charles. 195 runs to win in their full 20 overs for the St. Lucia Kings. Winner will go through to the final. Loser is out of the tournament. Can the defending champions qualify for the final once again? Here's Andre Russell. Tim Seifert is on strike. And straight away beats the outside edge of Tim Seifert. Dot ball to start. Very interesting decision for Andre Russell to bowl with the new ball, because I think they've recognized that if Andre Russell bowls in the end, then he is leaking a lot of runs. So might as well make him bowl with the new ball. Unfortunately though, the captain has been a big letdown for St. Lucia Kings. He's not batting well, he's not bowling well. That's again back of the length, punched down the ground. Another dot ball from Andre Russell. And Tim Seifert has scored a century in this CPL season against Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. But ever since then has been very quiet with the bat. Now Seifert needs to bring his best form back if the St. Lucia Kings want to chase this down. That's driven through the offside by Seifert, gets off the mark with a single. So Seifert off the mark, St. Lucia Kings off the mark in this run chase. And gives a strike to Johnson Charles. I think if the St. Lucia Kings had learned anything from their previous game, they need one of their top order batters to stay at the crease and contribute. That's on the pads, looking to flick it away. I think it's gone off the pads, I think, of Johnson Charles, and or in fact, is it off the bat? I think it's given us runs. So Johnson Charles is leg by signaled. So Johnson Charles is not yet off the mark, but single completed. So Seifert is back on strike now. It's driven again by Seifert, straight to the fielder at covers. Another dot ball from Andre Russell. It's always pressure, isn't it, to chase down this kind of a total, particularly at the Providence Stadium, which has a history where even lower totals have been defended at the Providence Stadium. 150, 160 has been a good enough total, batting first at this venue. If it was St. Kitts, then I think the chasing team would back themselves to chase down this kind of a target. That's on the patch, flicked away again by Seifert, leg side towards deep square leg, and picks up another single to finish the over. So 3 runs came from that over, and St. Lucia Kings are 3 without loss after 1 over. Saurabh Netravalkar is the new bowler into the attack now. He's going to be bowling the second over for the Trinbago Knightriders. Tim Seifert is on strike. Netravalkar bowled really well in the previous game against the Falcons. Can he continue that form today as well? Punch to the back foot again by Seifert, straight to covers. Dot ball to start the over. Second ball from Netravalkar. And Seifert goes big. I think he's gone very big. One bounce, four, I think. Yeah, one bounce, four. So first boundary for Tim Seifert. And first boundary of the St. Lucia Kings innings. So that is exactly what the St. Lucia Kings need, aggression from Tim Seifert. They need to see Tim Seifert at their best today. Goes again, Seifert. I think he's got enough on this. It's all the way for 6. So 4 followed by a 6 from Seifert. And this is a good start for the St. Lucia Kings. Seifert has started well here. 3 more deliveries left in this over. 10 runs from this over so far. A 4 and a 6. Netravalkar is under pressure here. Here comes Netravalkar again. Tim Seifert. What is he going to do? He flicks it away gently. Picks up a single. And gives a strike to Johnson Charles. Now if Johnson Charles also gets going, then I think St. Lucia Kings will feel a little bit more comfortable. If both openers can fire together. Now Johnson Charles on strike. Flicked away, straight to the fielder at short fine leg, fumble, but it won't be a single anyways. Dot ball from Netravalkar. Johnson Charles has been out of form in this tournament. All single digit scores apart from the 16 which he scored against the Guyana Amazon Warriors at this venue in a day match. The last ball of the over. And that's punched away straight to the fielder at point. Dot ball to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over from Saurabh Netravalkar. And St. Lucia Kings are 14 without loss after 2 overs. So Andre Russell now is continuing into his second over. Well, if we thought he is bowling only 1 over with the new ball, he's bowling a second over with the new ball now. And he's bowling to a Tim Seifert who can be a little aggressive now. Surely I don't think we are seeing another 48 for 7. This is a better start for the St. Lucia Kings. And that's a good Yorker from Andre Russell. Seifert digs it down the ground and picks up a single to start the over. Johnson Charles knows this ground very well. He played well in the Global Super League final which happened at this venue. They need Johnson Charles at his best now. Charles hits it down the ground, straight down the ground for 4. Much needed. First boundary for Johnson Charles. It was a nice and full and Charles just hit through the line beautifully there. So Johnson Charles off the mark with a boundary. 4 more deliveries left in this over. It's a full toss this time. Charles hits it straight to the fielder. Dot ball. Required run rate is 10.06. So it's still a tall ask. Required run rate 10.06. Current run rate 7.60. Still too early to talk about the current run rate and the required run rate, because we are still in the power play and anything can still happen. That's full again, driven back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Really good bowling here from Andre Russell. Really good start from him. He's bowling well with the new ball, to be honest. In the end, he comes and he leaks runs. And they've given the new ball to Andre Russell now. Let's hit down the ground again by Charles. Pass mid on into the ball. No, there's a fielder there. Fielder is placed there. So single for Johnson Charles. So Tim Seifert is on strike. Last ball of the over coming up. St. Lucia Kings fans in the stands. That's driven again. Straight to mid-off. Good fielding. Fumble by the fielder there. It will allow Seifert to complete the single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And St. Lucia Kings are 21 without loss after 3 overs. So the required run rate is now 10.24. So Saurabh Netravalkar now continuing into his second over when conceded 11 runs in his first over. Seifert on strike. That's a full toss. Seifert hits it down the ground, but straight to mid-off. Dot ball to start. Dot ball to start the over. Seifert is trying to be a little controlled here. He doesn't want to go for everything. He is mixing aggression with caution as well, Tim Seifert. Oh, that's a slow ball. It's pulled away by Seifert and it's gone for 4 as well. Nicely played in the gap there. Ball, it looked like a slow ball from Netravalkar and that's beautifully pulled away in the gap. Second boundary for Tim Seifert in this innings. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. It goes again, Seifert. It's in the gap again for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries for Tim Seifert. Netravalkar hasn't quite got his length proper. And he's got dispatched for 2 consecutive boundaries and still 3 balls left in this over. So Seifert has started well here, 23 from 14 balls with 3 fours and 1 6 at a strike rate of 164.29. Netravalkar has been put under pressure. He goes for the paddle this time, gets it over, short fine, has it gone all the way? No, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, into the boundary for 4, 3 back-to-back boundaries for Tim Seifert. Netravalkar is leaking here, he's leaking runs. Hat-trick of boundaries for Tim Seifert. Two more deliveries left in this over. Seifert has scored a century in this tournament, so he has shown his destructive version. Full toss, it's hit down the ground again by Seifert. Another boundary. 4 consecutive boundaries in this over. Completely changing the complexion of this game here in just 1 over. 16 runs coming from this over and still 1 ball left. So Netravalkar is having a discussion with some of his teammates now. Advice coming from everywhere. 16 runs from this over, still 1 ball left. Tim Seifert has moved to 31 from just 16 balls. It's a good batting wicket this. You get value for your shots. Last ball of the over and that's flicked away by Seifert. Picks up another single to finish the over. 17 runs came from that over from Netravalkar. And St.Lucia Kings are 38 without loss after 4 overs. So there's a bowling change here. Sunil Narayan. Sunil Narayan is the new bowler into the attack for the Trinbago Knightriders. Seifert on strike. And that's a good delivery to start. You have to survive 4 overs of Sunil Narayan now. He will not give runs that easily. And I think they've brought in Narayan now so that can slow down the scoring of both the batters at the crease. Also pick up a wicket. Oh, was looking for the big shot there. Seifert was looking for a big shot. Very, very risky decision to go after Narayan. But I guess you have to go after Narayan at some point. Very, very lucky to miss the stumps. Back-to-back dot balls to start the over. Oh, Seifert was looking for the reverse sweep there. He set himself up for the switch hit, but then Narayan followed him and Seifert just guides it towards short fine leg and picks up a single. So Johnson Charles on strike now. And it's hit down the ground by Charles and picks up another single. Johnson Charles is happy to play the waiting game against Narayan. He knows Narayan much better. Fellow countryman. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Seifert is even brave enough to go after Narayan, I think. Trying all the shots against someone of the caliber of Sunil Narayan. That's punched down the ground straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. This is the thing with Sunil Narayan actually. You cannot go after him that easily. One more delivery left in this over. And that's punched straight to the fielder at mid-wicket again for another dot ball. 2 runs came from that over from Sunil Narayan. They're appealing for something. It was a half-hearted appeal. But it's a dot ball to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over from Sunil Narayan. And St.Lucia Kings are 40 without loss after 5 overs. Guyana Amazon Warriors are waiting in the final. The winner of this game will be playing against the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the final. For the 3rd time in a row, Guyana Amazon Warriors have made it through to the CPL final. They won the trophy, of course, in 2023. They finished as the runners-up last year. They're again in the final this year. Unbelievable consistency from that franchise. Akil Hussain now is the new bowler into the attack for the Trinbago Knightriders. Johnson Charles on strike. That's a quicker delivery, cut away. Straight to short third man. Dot ball to start the over. So at some stage you have to take down either Akil Hussain or Sunil Narayan because 8 overs from both of them in a T20 innings. And now Johnson Charles goes for the reverse. And he gets it away. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. So finally, Johnson Charles going for the reverse sweep and connecting it beautifully. So Charles with the second boundary here. 3rd ball of the over. That's a full delivery. It's driven straight to the fielder again. Another dot ball. Required run rate is climbing higher and higher with all these dot balls now. Of course, we are still in the power play. And SME cuts it away straight to the fielder again. Another dot ball. 3 dot balls in this over. Required run rate up to 10.53. Just 1 6 in this inning so far. Pressure building on the chasing team. It's another full delivery again. It's hit straight to the fielder again for another dot ball. Last ball of the over coming up from Akil Hussain. Last ball of the power play as well. That's swept away straight to the fielder. Another dot ball to finish. What an over. There's 4 runs came from that over from Akil Hussain. And the power play has been completed. St. Lucia Kings are 44 without loss after 6 overs. Sunil Narayan now is continuing. 3 overs of Sunil Narayan still remaining. Even Akil Hussain as well. Both of them bowl very economically. At the same stage, Trinbago Knight were 61 for 1. St. Lucia Kings are 44 without loss. Here's Sunil Narayan. And it's punched down the ground by Seifert. Picks up a single to start the over. It's a flatter delivery flicked again by Johnson Charles for another single. Oh, Seifert looks to sweep there. It's not given as a wide actually. It's given as a dot ball. No boundaries for a long time again. St. Lucia Kings would have batted like this in the previous game when the target was much easier. Has driven through the offside towards deep extra covers. Single completed, coming back for the second. Good running between the wickets, couple of runs for Tim Seifert. They should have batted like this in the previous match in which the target was 158. Now if you calculate in that way, then 110 needed from 80 balls. That is much better. Just kidding. Oh, bowler stops in his follow through. And sweeps this time, Seifert. But there is a fielder placed there, so another single. The good thing is that St. Lucia Kings are having 10 wickets in hand. But then the required run rate is climbing like anything here. 11.09 now the required run rate. Last ball of the over. It's flicked away by Johnson Charles. Picks up another single to finish the over. Brings up the 50 as well for the St. Lucia Kings. 50 partnership as well between these two batters. And St. Lucia Kings are now 50 without loss after 7 overs. So Akil Hussain now is continuing into his second over. Johnson Charles on strike. Swings and misses. Another dot ball. You just feel the pressure might do something here to the St. Lucia Kings batters. Required run rate 11.30. They'll keep on increasing. That's down the ground from Johnson Charles and picks up another single. Despite having 10 wickets in hand, the required run rate is getting out of reach. So Akil Hussain's third ball of the over. Seifert gives himself room, cuts it again through the offside and picks up another single. Ten wickets in hand, but where are the boundaries coming from? It's flicked away again by Johnson Charles. Picks up another single. One more delivery left in this over. Tim Seifert is on strike. Two more deliveries left in this over actually. And Seifert goes big. Has he got enough on it? Has he got enough? No, fielder puts it down. Oh my goodness. The fielder there has put it down. And couple of runs completed by Tim Seifert. Or has he completed only a single? It was a pressure getting created by both ends which made Seifert play that shot. And that should have been taken. Johnson Charles on strike, last ball of the over. And Charles continues to flick it away and picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Akil Hussain. And St. Lucia Kings are 56. St. Lucia Kings are 55 without loss after 8 overs. So 140 runs needed from 12 overs. Pollard into the attack, and straight away Johnson Charles hits it down the ground to long off and picks up a single to start the over. Kieran Pollard now is bowling his first over here. So Seifert is on strike now. He's looking to play the big shots. It's flicked away again by Seifert. Only a single. 2 singles to start this over. He swung leg side, Johnson Charles. Has he got the gap? No, fielder is there at deep mid wicket. So another single for Johnson Charles. Ten wickets in hand for the St. Lucia Kings, but the current run rate is only 6.82 in such a big run chase. Three more deliveries left in this over. It's cut away by Seifert. Can only pick up another single. Looking for the second there, but can't get it. Somehow TKR are not picking up the breakthroughs, but they are exerting scoreboard pressure here. Required run rate is up to 12 now. Two more deliveries left in this over. Charles goes for the reverse. Straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. What an over this is from Kieran Pollard. Just 4 runs from this over. Still 1 ball left. So either St. Lucia Kings are 48 for 7 or they are keeping 10 wickets in hand and batting like a test match. Last 30 balls, only 22 runs in such a big run chase. That's cut away. It's in the air. Should be out. It is. It is taken. So the first wicket goes down. It was inevitable for that to happen. A slower short ball outside the off stump. Charles went for the cut shot. Caught it off the outside edge. And a really good catch by Saurabh Netravalkar at short third man. He got punished in the couple of overs which he has bowled, but he's taken a vital catch, and the first wicket goes down for the St. Lucia Kings. And would you believe it, it's Kieran Pollard who strikes for the Trinbago Knightriders. Johnson Charles is unfortunately walking back after scoring 17 from 24 balls, and St. Lucia Kings are now 59 for 1 after 9 overs. So clearly there is something wrong with the St. Lucia Kings. Suddenly the last few matches they have forgotten what they should do. Somehow they managed to finish at the top of the table at the end of the group stage. But they are stuck in a losing streak now. Nothing is clicking for them. Either their batting is failing miserably on a crucial day, or the bowling is not contributing. Today the bowling couldn't contribute. The other day against Guyana Amazon Warriors, it was the batting which completely failed. You cannot be like this, right? You cannot win matches like this. They should be thankful that they finished at the top of the table. Tim David is the new batter to the crease. Akil Hussain is continuing. Seifert flicks it away leg side, picks up a single to start the over and gives a strike to Tim David. Tim David has been promoted up to number 3 today because they know that he can be a destructive hitter when he gets going. Tim David on strike. St.Lucia Kings are having their own Karen Pollard and Tim David, but even he is inconsistent in this tournament so far. That's a flatted delivery. It goes past the outside edge of Tim David. Another dot ball from Akil Hussain. Well, I don't know what is going on here behind the side screen. I don't know. Karen Pollard and Nicholas Puran are having an animated discussion with the umpire. So slight delay in play here before we get the third ball of this over. Tim David is on strike. And that's punched on the back foot straight to the fielder at covers. Another dot ball. Required run rate moving closer to 13 now. But when Tim David is at the crease, anything is possible. Remember one game when he played for Australia that he turned the game in just 1 over. He was scored the fastest T20 century against the West Indies. That's again punched to the back foot. Down the ground. Tim David finally gets off the mark with a single. Tim Seifert on strike now. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Boundaries have completely dried up. And that's hit back to the bowler again. Another dot ball. The last ball of the over. And we'll round it off with another dot ball to finish the over. So 2 runs came from that over from Akil Hussain. And at the halfway mark, St. Lucia Kings are 61 for 1 after 10 overs. Really struggling in this run chase. And it is also the time for the strategic timeouts. We come to the end of the strategic timeout. Usman Tariq is the new bowler into the attack. And the first ball is flicked down the ground by Tim David. Picks up another single. So how long are these two batters going to continue to take singles is the big question. The required run rate now 13.53. Second ball of the over. Swept away by Seifert. Has he found the boundary? No, he hasn't. Straight to the fielder again. Just a single. Singles are not going to do anything at all. 13.66 the required run rate. When is it going to move to 15 now? .66 required run rate. And swings and misses. Dot ball from Usman Tariq. 13.89 required run rate. It will keep on increasing now. We are past the halfway mark in this innings. Even Tim David at the crease hasn't quite got going yet. Goes big, Tim David. Has he got enough? He has, finally. Finally clears the boundary. How badly was that 6 needed for the St. Lucia Kings? They need many more of that. First 6 for Tim David in this innings. Two more deliveries left in this over. And Tim David pulls out. Oh, he defends it down the ground to covers. Another dot ball. How are they planning to chase this down by playing out these quiet overs? Just 8 runs from this over. Required run rate 13.75. Cuts it away, Tim David. Offside towards deep extra covers. Another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over. And St. Lucia Kings are 70 for 1 after 11 overs. Tim David was promoted up the order to play the big shots, but he's only hit 1 6 in 8 deliveries. That is not how it should be. In this kind of a run chase, you need to hit more sixes. Get the equation down as far as possible. Now suddenly the required run rate is 13.89. Before you know, it will go to 15, 16, 17, then it's a lost cause for the chasing team. Chasing is so hard. Akil Hussain now is continuing, hasn't conceded a boundary yet. And 9 overs left in this innings. Tim David on strike. And that's defended down the ground. He's looking for the single. There's no single available. Another dot ball to start the over. What kind of an innings is Tim David playing here? He should be playing the big shots, not defending. That's cut away by Tim David offside towards sweeper covers for another single. Required run rate 14.31. Tim Seifert on strike. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for the reverse. Cannot get any connection on it. Dot ball again from Akeal Hosein. What a spell this is from Akeal Hosein. Probably a match winning spell here. None for 12 in just 3.3 overs. And I'm afraid the defending champions, their campaign is slowly coming to an end here today. It most probably is going to be Trinbago Knight-Riders versus the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the final. A blockbuster final, to be honest. As he gives himself room, goes over the top. Again, no timing at all. Will get a couple of runs. But it's still not enough, to be honest, because the required run rate will only keep on climbing. If you're not going to be finding the boundaries and sixes, you cannot win this. So it's most probably going to be TKR versus Guyana Amazon Warriors, two best teams, to be honest, in the CPL, will be playing in the final. I need to see whether TKR can win their 5th trophy. Long time coming, they have not won anything after 2020. That's pulled away in the gap for 4. So finally Tim Seifert decided to find the boundary. It was a short ball and pulled beautifully in the gap. Boundary after a very long time for Tim Seifert. The last ball of the over now. Seifert goes for the reverse. He's got it beautifully, I think. 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Tim Seifert and brings up his half century as well. 53 from 38 balls with 7 fours and 1 6 at a strike rate of 139.47. And a good finish to the over there for Tim Seifert. 11 runs came from that over. And St.Lucia Kings are 81 for 1 after 12 overs. So just as I was saying that Trinbago Knight-Riders are going to make it through to the final, Tim Seifert hits 2 boundaries and silences everybody. But that's not going to be enough because the required run rate is still 14.25. You need big overs. You need a couple of 20-run overs can change the complexion of the game. You need 20-run overs at this stage. Usman Tariq continuing into his 2nd over. Tim David has been a little quiet till now. And he drives it back to the bowler. Dot ball to start. Second ball of the over. And Tim David smashes it through the offside, finds the gap, finds the boundary. Much needed boundaries for St.Lucia Kings. They still need many more of this. Just the first boundary for Tim David. He's hit 1 6, he's hit 1 boundary now. First boundary for Tim David. It's cut away again. Down the ground. Towards long off. Just a single. But the required run rate will keep on increasing still. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Tim Seifert is on strike. Seifert pulls it away leg side. It's in the gap. Another boundary. Second boundary in this over. And this time it is Tim Seifert who finds the gap beautifully. They could have done this a lot earlier. The required run rate is still above 14 even after all these boundaries now. And this time it's an outside edge, catch taken at short third man. It was always going to happen, isn't it? It was always going to happen. Because the required run rate is slowly getting out of reach for the St. Lucia Kings. Every ball needs to go for a boundary or a six. And in the process, you can lose these kind of wickets. Outside edge and a really good catch. Once again, Netra Walker, the fielder, taking the catch at short third man. Tim Seifert is gone after scoring a half century. He's gone after scoring 57 from 40 balls. And St. Lucia Kings are now 90 for 2 after 12.5 overs. One more delivery left in this over. Akeem Auguste is the new batter to the crease. Required run rate 14.65. Tim David is still there at the crease. 20 run overs are very, very important for the St. Lucia Kings. The next 2 overs should go for 40 runs if St. Lucia Kings need to come back into the run chase. The required run rate will slowly jump to 20 eventually. No doubt about that. One more delivery left in this over. Akeem Auguste now on strike. At least for now the required run rate is 14, but another few quiet overs from TKR, it will go to 20. Early slog swept in the air. It hasn't got timing on it. Fielder will take the catch. Definitely it does. Andre Russell takes the catch at deep mid wicket and Akeem Auguste is out first ball. 2 wickets and 2 balls for Usman Tariq. 3 down now, St. Lucia Kings. The pressure getting created made Akeem Auguste play the shot. Every ball has to go out of the ground now for St. Lucia Kings to have any chance. And that chance is also very slim now. So Usman Tariq will be on a hat-trick when he comes to bowl his next over. 2 wickets and 2 balls for Usman Tariq. Akeem Auguste is out for a golden duck. And St. Lucia Kings are 90 for 3 after 13 overs. So 7 overs left, 105 runs needed, losing wickets now at regular intervals. St. Lucia Kings, they've lost 3 now. Usman Tariq again has this habit of breaking these partnerships. Has picked up a couple of wickets despite conceding a couple of boundaries in that over. And TKR are on their way of making the final, I think. Unless something dramatic happens. Tim David has to do something dramatic. So Andre Russell now has been brought back into the attack. He also has outstanding figures of none for 9 in his 2 overs so far. Tim David is on strike. He has hit 1 boundary and 1 6 so far, Tim David. I still remember that match in which He changed the complexion of the game against West Indies. 37-ball century. He scored for Australia. But generally these Australians only perform for Australia. They don't perform in franchise cricket. They are only passengers in franchise cricket. That's a Yorker from Andre Russell, and Tim David drives it straight to deep extra covers and picks up a single to start the over. We have seen Glenn Maxwell play like a beast when he plays for Australia. But then if you still ask him to perform in the IPL or in MLC final or anything like that, he will play as if he's forgotten how to hit a six. It will seem like that. And now again we are seeing the version of Tim David in franchise cricket. I don't know why they even play franchise cricket. They should only play for Australia then. Roston Chase on strike now. That's a good Yorker. Another dot ball. Required run rate above 15 now. It's safe to say TKR are in the final. Just need to complete the formalities now. 104 needed from 40 balls is impossible. I am happy to be proved wrong as well. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Roston Chase on strike. And he goes for the paddle. Doesn't get it anywhere near the middle of the bat. It goes towards deep mid wicket for another single. Tim David batting at a strike rate of 114.29 in such a big run chase is completely unacceptable. His job was to go for the big shots right from the word go. But he has wasted a few deliveries and now the required run rate is nearing 16 now. That's what I was saying. It will eventually go to 20 at some point. As David hits it offside, he's found the boundary. I think he has finally. Finally, Tim David finds the boundary. There's a series of deliveries where the boundary just doesn't come, and then Tim David decides enough is enough. But I think it's too late now because 99 from 38 balls. How many times have we seen this kind of an equation get chased down in T20 cricket? Two more deliveries left in this over. He hits it down the ground, Tim David, towards long off, just a single. Singles are not going to do anything. This is a lost cause for the St.Lucia Kings. The defending champions are going to bow out today. End of the road for them. It is going to be the Trinbago Knightriders and the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the final. And that's going to be a blockbuster final. Day after tomorrow. One more delivery left in this over, but this is, you need to be a little practical as well. Very difficult to chase this. Last ball. It's guided away by Roston Chase. Towards deep point. Picks up another single. It's going to do absolutely nothing for the St.Lucia Kings. These singles. 8 runs came from that over from Andre Russell. And St.Lucia Kings are now 98 for 3 after 14 overs. Six overs, 97 needed. It is a lost cause. I'll just give you a scenario. If this is an IPL match or any other T20 international T20 match, chasing team needs 6 overs, 97 runs needed to win. Will you back the chasing team or the defending team? So that to Sunil Narayan now into the attack. You can't go after him as well. That's it down the ground. Roston Chase picks up a single, gives a strike to Tim David. Singles are not going to do anything. Required run rate 16.46. Viewers can see for themselves. 6 overs, 97. Chase it if you can. Tim David is at the crease. Let him chase it if he can. I am not stopping anyone. They can't chase it. That's the truth. Second ball of the over from Narayan. Again, cannot do anything at all. Just a single. 100 comes up for St. Lucia Kings. 100 comes up in 14.2 overs. They needed to score it a lot earlier. Required run rate 16.76. It will keep on increasing. You cannot go after Sunil Narayan. He won't give anything. Four more deliveries left in this over. Swings and misses. Dot ball again from Narayan. Sunil Narayan. Now tell me, can St. Lucia Kings chase this down this way? Viewers can reply in the chat box. Can St. Lucia Kings still chase this down? You can post your comments in the comment section. It's flicked away leg side, straight to the fielder. Another single. Required run rate 17.63. St. Lucia Kings can chase it down, right? I am speaking practically. People need to understand that. These kind of required run rates, you take it in an international T20, it's a lost cause for the chasing team. That's pulled away by Tim David. It's all the way for 6. Finally, Tim David clears the boundary. They need plenty more of this. They need it frequently. Not with many dot balls and singles. They need 6s and 4s of every delivery. Maybe this is the start of it. And this time it's a wide from Sunil Narayan. Has to reload that one. One more delivery left in this over. 10 runs from this over so far. Oh, it's edged it, I think. They're appealing. Finger goes up. Another one goes. Tim David is walking back. And with that, the hopes of St. Lucia Kings and the defending champions also will go along with Tim David, I think. Was a quicker delivery there from Sunil Narayan. Tim David went for the cut shot, has nicked it through to the keeper. Puran takes an easy catch. And it gets from bad to worse for the St. Lucia Kings here with the required run rate now, 17.40. And Tim David is gone for 28. St. Lucia Kings are 108 for 4 after 15 overs. DJ Panras 2. Please reply in the chat box now. Can St. Lucia Kings still chase this down? The way they are batting. Five overs left, 87 needed. They've lost Tim David also. Required run rate is 17.40. You cannot chase a target like 195 at this venue first of all. 150 is okay, 160 is okay, but I think St. Lucia Kings conceded way too many runs with the ball today. Huge nick there through to the keeper. So Aaron Jones is the new batter to the crease. Saurabh Netravalkar is into his third over now. Back into the attack. Was expensive in his first 2 overs, but now TKR have almost sealed this, I think. So now Netravalkar has been brought back. Roston Chase on strike. Any last fireworks? Or is this it? Is the big question. Swings and misses. Dot ball to start. Required run rate increases to 18. And Roston Chase has also lost his bat in the process. Looking for the big shot there, he's lost his bat, but are not able to make connection. St. Lucia Kings have suddenly forgotten how to win, and losing can become a very bad habit in these kind of tournaments, and that is what is going to be sending St. Lucia Kings out of the tournament today. It's a very, very bad habit to get into a losing streak. Oh, that's hit in the air. Roston Chase. One bounce to deep point. Just a single for Roston Chase. Aaron Jones is on strike now. Four more deliveries left in this over. People who are backing and supporting St. Lucia Kings, please tell me, can they still chase it down? Slow ball, dot ball. Aaron Jones going for the cut shot and missing it. Another dot ball. Required run rate moving closer to 19 now. I had predicted it will go to 20. It's going towards 20 now. It's going very quickly towards 20. Three more deliveries left in this over. 19.11 required run rate. I had said, isn't it? And make that another dot ball. It's cut back to the bowler. Just one run from this over. Still two balls left. It is going to be Trinbago Knightriders versus Guyana Amazon Warriors, the blockbuster final at this very venue. CPL 2025 defending champions are out. They can't chase this. Two more deliveries left in this over. Just need to complete the formalities. He goes wide, straight to the fielder at covers, and Aaron Jones gets off the mark with a single, but these singles are not going to do anything at all. Now the required run rate is above 20. Just as I had predicted. It's now or never for the St. Lucia Kings, and it will most probably be never only. What a bowling performance this is from TKR. Just never allowed the batters to score freely. And they never allowed the batters to score boundaries. The TKR have such a wonderful bowling attack. You have bowlers like Sunil Narayan, Akil Hossain. Has hit offside in the air, finds the gap, finds the boundary. So finally, Roston Chase finds the boundary to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. And the St. Lucia Kings are 114 for 4 after 16 overs. So coming back to what I was saying, TKR have bowlers like Sunil Narayan, Akil Hossain and Usman Tariq, who are all wicket takers. Similarly, Guyana Amazon Warriors are also having Gudakesh Moti, Imran Tahir, Dwayne Pretorius. They are all bowling well for them. So it's going to be a very interesting final that to watch. In 2023, Guyana Amazon Warriors defeated TKR in the final. So TKR will be looking to take revenge as Aaron Jones pulls it into the stands. Usman Tariq being brought back into the attack. I was just talking about him. He's dragged one shot and Aaron Jones starts the over with a 6. Need many more of these. Second ball is driven straight to the fielder at point. They are looking to take the single, completed the single. Good running between the wickets. Single completed. So Roston Chase now on strike. First of all, I didn't understand the reason why St. Lucia Kings let go of their trophy-winning captain, Faf du Plessis. Swings and misses. Dot ball from Usman Tariq. Faf du Plessis won the trophy for them as their captain last year. He is not there in the team this year. I don't know why. Noor Ahmed obviously is busy in the Asia Cup now, so he can't be playing, but he was also playing for the St. Lucia Kings last year. So last year's St. Lucia Kings was definitely an emotion, I think. But obviously this year, I think plenty of problems in the batting and bowling. Yes, they finished at the top of the table, but then they have gotten into a losing streak now. Batting is not clicking, the bowling is not clicking. When it matters the most, St. Lucia Kings have not been able to deliver the performance. And even today, they're on the brink of elimination now. As they were checking a stumping, it's given as a not out. So Roston Chase survives. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, Chase looks to go big again. Gets an inside edge. Can only pick up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. 8 runs from this over so far. And Aaron Jones swings leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. One more delivery left in this over. Required run rate has gone out of reach now. Last ball of the over. That's hit offside. Has he found the gap? Oh, excellent fielding. Excellent. Is it Colin Munro? I think it is. Outstanding fielding in the deep. And another couple of runs for Roston Chase to finish the over. So 11 runs came from that over. Usman Tariq still has 1 over left, obviously. And St. Lucia Kings are now 125 for 4 after 17 overs. So it is going to be TKR versus Guyana Amazon Warriors. What a final that's going to be. Can Trinbago Knightriders finally win a trophy? They last won the trophy in 2020, I think. After that, Trinbago Knightriders haven't been able to win the CPL. They have a chance now this year. They even lost the final in 2023. Of course, Guyana Amazon Warriors broke a drought in 2023. Actually, they were having a 10-year drought, which was broken in 2023. And it was shocking how Trinbago Knightriders, I think they lost one-sidedly in that final. In 2023, they got bundled out for some 90 odd. And then Guyana Amazon Warriors chased it down easily. Very, very unlike Trinbago Knightriders to get bundled out like that. So they will be wanting to take revenge against Guyana Amazon Warriors in this year's final. As Netra Valkar now comes into the attack to bowl the 18th over. Aaron Jones is on strike. Now that's a slow ball. It's hit down the ground by Aaron Jones. Long on is there. Just a single for Aaron Jones. Gives a strike to Roston Chase. Required run rate is now 24.35. Where is that person who was saying St. Lucia Kings can still chase it down? Bring him in the chat box now. That's hit back down the ground by Roston Chase. Straight to long on. Just a single. 2 balls, 2 singles to start the over. But this is going to be an outstanding achievement for Trinbago Knightriders. Taking the eliminator route, they are going to be going to the final. 2 best teams in the final, thoroughly deserved. St. Lucia Kings should go back and figure out how to bat first. That's hit offside by Aaron Jones, but one bounce to deep extra covers. Can only pick up another single. These singles are just not going to do anything. Three more deliveries left in this over. And we are almost close. St. Lucia Kings are almost eliminated now. They are all but eliminated here. It's getting out of reach, this equation. Roston Chase on strike. Roston Chase goes big. Has he finally found the boundary? No, he hasn't. Pollard comes around, cuts it off. Couple of runs for Roston Chase. Still no boundaries. 5 runs from this over. Still 2 balls left. Darren Sammy is disappointed. Obviously, he should be. His team finished at the top of the table, but his team has been losing for quite a while now. It just happened that St. Lucia Kings got 12 points in the group stage, so they finished at the top of the table. That's a full delivery, hit back down the ground by Roston Chase. Picks up another single. But surely St. Lucia Kings can bounce back next season. Like, they should reconstruct their team once again. Players like Johnson Charles, Tim Seifert, they are not looking that much consistent. Even Roston Chase also, like, I'm not having any belief in him, in his batting. They had Faf du Plessis, they let him go. That is the biggest crime which St. Lucia Kings could have committed. They made David Vesey as their captain. But what is the guarantee that David Vesey can give the success what Faf du Plessis gave it last year? Aaron Jones moves across, hits it down the ground to mid-off. Just a single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and St. Lucia Kings are now 132 for 4 after 18 overs. Even David Vesey, he is the captain of St. Lucia Kings. He is not leading from the front. 2 overs, 42 runs today with the ball. What kind of bowling is that? And he has not contributed much with the bat either. And you are making him as a captain. Captain should be leading from the front. He should perform with the bat. He should perform with the ball. If the captain is a bowler, he should perform with the ball. If the captain is a batter, he should perform with the bat. What has David Vesey done in this season? Viewers can let me know in the chat box. Has the captain really led from the front for St. Lucia Kings? If the answer is no, then you yourself know the answer. 2 more overs left. Sunil Narayan is going to be bowling the penultimate over. And Aaron Jones looks for a reverse sweep. Appeal for LBW. Finger goes up. That's dead in front. They will be going for the review, but that's out surely. Is only more out of desperation. Is he even going for the review, or is he walking back? I think Aaron Jones has decided to walk. He doesn't even want to review. So a wicket goes down. Another one goes down. 5 down now. St. Lucia Kings. Sunil Narayan strikes once again. He picks up his 2nd wicket today. And it's almost over for the St. Lucia Kings here. Aaron Jones is out for 12. St. Lucia Kings are 132 for 5 after 18.1 overs. Required run rate now 34.36. And now the captain comes in for the St. Lucia Kings. David Vesey is the new batter to the crease. .63 needed from 11 balls. Need 11 sixes. So easy, isn't it, to hit 11 sixes in 11 balls. As David Vesey moves across, swings and misses, and that's the game. That's the game now. 63 needed from 10 balls. Mathematically also impossible. It's going to be TKR versus Guyana Amazon Warriors. Defending champions are out. 4 more deliveries left in this over. He's looking to pull it away. Swings and misses again. Another dot ball from Sunil Narayan. What an over so far. Wicket and 2 dot balls. And TKR fans can start celebrating. You're into the final once again. Oh, looking to pull it away. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. I think TKR will look for a review, isn't it? TKR should be going for the review. They are not going for the review. So it's another dot ball from Sunil Narayan. Oh, looking to drive inside edge. Another dot ball. This could be a wicket maiden over, I think, from Sunil Narayan. What an over this is. It's game, set and match to Trinbago Knightriders. Outstanding win here. Last ball of the over. And it's hit in the air. Catch taken. 2 wickets in the over for Sunil Narayan. Double wicket maiden in the penultimate over. And the captain, David Wiese, once again out for a duck. 5-ball duck for David Wiese. And 6 down now. St.Lucia Kings is just over for them. David Wiese just couldn't get any timing at all. In the end, only managing to hit it in the air. Sunil Narayan accepts the catch cleanfully. So David Wiese is out for a 5-ball duck. And St.Lucia Kings are 132 for 6 after 19 overs. So it's lost now, 63 needed from 6 balls. It's going to be Trinbago Knightriders. St.Lucia Kings have got themselves to blame. They were looking good at the initial stages of the tournament. They started well. They even finished at the top of the table. But then in the last few matches, when it matters the most, St.Lucia Kings haven't delivered. That is the truth. That is the truth. They could have chased down 158 against Guyana Amazon Warriors, but then they were 48 for 7, and after that, how much ever fight they showed, it was not going to be enough. And now here, not even in the they were never in the run chase. Usman Tariq is bowling the last over. That's swept in the air. Another catching opportunity taken. Usman Tariq picks up another wicket. Roston Chase is also gone now. 7 down now, St.Lucia Kings, and they are falling quickly. Already it's lost, but they are not even willing to hit any boundaries now. Less losing their wickets at the moment. 7th wicket down. Usman Tariq once again picks up another wicket. And they are moving closer now. They are already in the final, surely. Just need to complete the formalities. Roston Chase has gone for 16. And St. Lucia Kings are 132 for 7 after 19.1 overs. So 63 needed from 5 balls. What kind of an equation is this? Temal Mills is the new batter to the crease. Played a good innings in the previous game. But this is a lost cause now. 5 deliveries left in the match. It's going to be the Trinbago Knightriders. Outstanding performance from them today with the bat and with the ball. Every time Colin Munro gets out early for TKR, but that turns out to be a blessing in disguise, because then you have batters like Nicholas Puran and Karen Pollard. Why can't Nicholas Puran open the batting? You don't even need Colin Munro. Here's Usman Tariq. Temal Mills on strike. Comes down the wicket. Hits it leg side. Has he got enough on it? He's got enough. All the way for 6. Very first ball. Temal Mills hits it out of the ground. What a shot that is. First 6 for Temal Mills today. And this time Usman Tariq keeps it wide outside the off stump. Tamal Mills going for the cut and missing it. Dot ball again. 3 more deliveries left in this innings. Tamal Mills comes down the wicket again. He's got height on it. Should be taken. It is taken at long on. So Tamal Mills, he hit a 6. Now he's been dismissed. 8 down now, St. Lucia Kings. Usman Tariq picks up his 4th wicket. What an outstanding spell this is from Usman Tariq. And the St. Lucia Kings have lost another wicket here. Simple catch for Clark down at long on. And Usman Tariq and his celebrations. So Tamal Mills had his fun. He hit a 6. He's gone now out for 6. And St. Lucia Kings are 138 for 8 after 19.4 overs. So 2 more deliveries left now. Of course, Gary Pierre made his way out to the middle, but he struck at the non-striker's end. Hasn't faced a ball yet. So the defending champions, unfortunately, they have to bow out of the tournament today. Alzari Joseph is the new batter to the crease for the St. Lucia Kings. And he's there to just face these last 2 deliveries now. Can Usman Tariq pick up a 5-wicket haul is the big question. 1 more wicket and Usman Tariq can pick up 5 wickets. Here he comes. And Alzari Joseph gets a leading edge back to the bowler. Dot ball from Usman Tariq. Last ball of the innings now. Can Usman Tariq complete his 5 wickets? Can he pick up a wicket here? Alzari Joseph on strike. Last ball of the match from Usman Tariq. And Alzari Joseph defends it off the back foot. Dot ball to finish off. 6 runs came from the last over. 2 wickets in the last over. And it's the Trinbago Knightriders who are into the final now officially. They have defended the target of 195. Outstanding bowling performance from all the bowlers. Usman Tariq finishing with 4 for 35 in his 4 overs. Sunil Narayan picked up 3 wickets. Outstanding bowling unit this TKR. It was always going to be tough to chase down 195, but unfortunately the St. Lucia Kings were never in the run chase. The required run rate was always getting out of reach, and that is exactly what I was saying. And eventually it is the Trinbago Knightriders who have emerged victorious here. A big win here. They have won this game by 56 runs, and they will be facing the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the CPL 2025 final. And what a final that's going to be. 2 best teams in the final. Guyana Amazon Warriors, obviously the team with the bigger fan base. They have already won the Global Super League this year, the Guyana Amazon Warriors. So they have a chance of winning a 2nd trophy this year. Meanwhile, the Trinbago Knightriders have a chance of breaking that drought from 2020. Like Trinbago Knightriders last won a trophy in 2020 during COVID time. After that, TKR haven't been able to win the CPL, but they have another opportunity now this year. And that too under Nicholas Puran's captaincy. What a captain Nicholas Puran is. He's already won the MLC this year. MI fans will be knowing about Nicholas Puran. MI New York won the MLC trophy this year under Nicholas Puran's captaincy. And now Nicholas Puran has also taken the Trinbago Knightriders into the final as a captain. So Nicholas Puran has already won a trophy this year. Imran Tahir has already won a trophy this year. Both of them going head to head in the CPL final this year. So we need to see, one of them is surely going to win their 2nd trophy this year as a captain. That is confirmed now. As we look at the batting card of St. Lucia Kings, a very disappointed batting card, to be honest. Tim Seifert scored a half century, but even he was struggling a little bit. Tim David scored 28, but they needed Tim David to bat at a higher strike rate. He was not able to get the boundaries. But if you look at the bowling, Netravalkar was a little expensive but bowled well towards the end. Sunil Narayan picked up 3 wickets. Akil Hossain again economical as usual. Kieran Pollard picked up 1 wicket in the 1 over which he bowled. But the pick of the bowlers, Usman Tariq, 4 for 35 in his 4 overs, completely sealing the deal for the Trinbago Knightriders. So Trinbago Knightriders have won this match by 56 runs. They are into the CPL 2025 final, and the CPL final will be happening day after tomorrow, and the final is between the Trinbago Knightriders and the Guyana Amazon Warriors at this same venue at the Providence Stadium. It is going to be a cracker of a CPL final day after tomorrow. So we'll be back again to cover more cricket matches in our channel. TKR fans can start celebrating. You're going to be playing the final against Guyana Amazon Warriors. So we'll be back again with more cricket matches and cricket content in our channel. Until then, take care guys, cheers and have a good day.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.